So today's topic is on how to heal the anxious attachment core wound. The number one way to heal the wound is to fall in love with yourself. Can't express that enough, can't say it enough. I know it's like, how do I do that when you probably loathe yourself like I used to? It just takes work. It takes lots of work, but it's worth it. Once you fall in love with yourself, you won't settle for less than you deserve. Let's get into what anxious attachment actually looks like. But I'm telling y'all, you got to fall in love with yourself or none of this will ever work. But this could be a start to how you get there. Anxious attachment isn't just about texting back fast. It's about the fear that if you're not perfect, you'll be left. How many of y'all can relate to that? You know it's true. Because you feel if that person leaves you, it says something about who you are, which it doesn't. It says nothing. I know you guys don't believe me because you're not healed yet. I promise as you become healed, you'll start to see it has nothing to do with your value. The sooner you find that out, the less it'll affect you if somebody leaves. You'll understand, okay, they have their own journey, their own issues, their own processes, and their own attachment issues as well, possibly. And they just aren't the one for you. And it says nothing about you. But right now, you don't believe that. I'm going to help you believe that you're valuable because I promise you, you really, really are. And you'll find it out one day. And you're going to be so happy you learned it. At the root of anxious attachment is usually a deep early wound. Think back to one of your earliest experiences that traumatized you. And now if you've got some bad stuff, don't go there. When you can, do it. And you have to be the adult that you didn't have as a child to that core wound and tend to it like you wish a parent would have when you were a little girl or boy, mostly girls in my followers, and tend to it and love yourself. Like you would never ever get mad at another person who said, oh, I had this trauma. You'd be like, oh God, get away from me. I don't care. No, you would be like tender. So be tender towards your heart. It's been through a lot. So that's, I have a whole script here and I'm about to go off script and just go like this because I know how important it is. You have got to heal your heart. So go back to that core wound and sit there like the adult that you wished you would have had and just nurture your heart. You have to. I can't, like I said, I've already said this enough, but I'm gonna say it one more time. You cannot heal until you love yourself. That's the bottom line. Once you love yourself, everything else will kind of just peel away. Like skin off a potato or however you want to, whatever analogy you can come up with. Okay, so let's get back to my script. So you're in anxious attachment. The guy isn't texting you back or calling you back. So you're overthinking, over apologizing, over giving, not because you're needy, but because you're scared love will leave you and you won't find it again. I used to think that too. But here's what healing looks like. Stop asking what you did wrong. Trust me, it's normally not you. I used to all the time, what did I do? Why is he running away? How could I have possibly done anything? We had fun. And I'd go through the whole night analyzing what I did or didn't do. It's not you. It's more than likely the other person has their junk they're dealing with. So I promise it's really not you. And then you got to stop and ask yourself, is this person safe for your heart? Next time you feel the urge to fix, chase, or prove, pause. Don't do anything. And that's one of the best things advice I could give you too, is pausing is really, really good. When you feel that spiraling tornado inside of you of anxious emotion, sit with it. Kind of step back because you have a logical part of your brain, an emotional part of your brain. Pull your logical part back and just gently observe your emotions. That's going to be another thing. You have to get in touch with your emotions and figure out why you're feeling what you're feeling. And sometimes you're so used to being anxious, it could be something like you didn't get a cup of lemonade fast enough. You're like freaking out and you won't even know that that's what it is. And that's all it is. There's been times where I'm like, okay, I feel anxious. Why do I feel anxious? And I'll go through the steps because you have to almost be like a detective to your emotions. And I'll be like, why do I feel anxious? Okay, it's because I didn't get my lemonade fast enough. Why is that a problem for me? And I'd be like, well, it's kind of not. And I'd have to take that narrative and dismiss it because your mind is so used to spiraling. Sometimes it's over nothing. Sometimes it really does happen. So keep that in mind that you need to check in with yourself. Why am I feeling this way? Is there a reason for it? I got my lemonade too slow. Who cares? So you got to dismiss the narrative because your mind will just go there automatically because that's what it's used to. It's rewiring the brain. Once you rewire the brain, it's going to be such a more beautiful life. I'm telling y'all. I'm being so passionate because I really am passionate about this topic. Okay, so next step. Healing doesn't mean you stop craving closeness. It means you learn to offer closeness to yourself first. This is saying everything that I believe. You got to love yourself first. I can't say it enough. I think I've already said it like 25 times. All right, so let's continue on. You don't have to earn love anymore. A real one won't make you beg for it. And if you get peace, that proves you're finally safe. So, okay, let's go recap because I think I was all over the place with this video. But the bottom line is you have to love yourself. 2, sit and observe and be a detective to your emotions. So when you start feeling triggered, just gently pull your logical part back because you do have a logical part of your brain that's not tied up in the emotions. It feels like it at the time. But if you stop and pause, like this script said, pause, and you could be like, hang on a second, why am I feeling this way? Pull your logical brain back from your emotional and gently observe. Don't get mad, don't get frustrated, just observe your feelings and see where they're coming from. So I know y'all are gonna get this. Y'all are gonna be just as secure and at peace and feel so much joy just like I do. I'm telling you, it is such an incredible experience being secure. And I'm here to help y'all get there because it's so worth it. 100% it's worth it, girls. I love y'all. God bless.